Hey guys, welcome to a new video. Today I want to tell you the most important things about Cities Skylines 2. Today you will find out for which platforms Cities Skylines 2 will be available, its release date, how much it will cost, how good your PC should be for the game, for whom the game is interesting at all, what are the most important new features compared to the predecessor, and most importantly, whether the game is worth buying at all. So let's start right away. Cities Skylines 2 will be released on the PC, the PlayStation 5, and on the Xbox Series. On the PC, it will be released on the 24th of October 2023, while the console players will have to wait at least until spring 2024 since the latest announcement from Paradox. The game will cost about $50 or euros at release, but if you want to save money, I can only recommend you to be patient for 2 months and wait for the Steam Winter Sale, where the game, because it is new, will probably not be much cheaper, but you will probably get a few % discount. According to the developer, your PC should have at least Windows 10 on a 64-bit system, an Intel Core i7 6700K or AMD Ryzen 5 2600X processor, 8 GB of RAM, and an NVIDIA GeForce GTX 970. However, Windows 10 or 11 on a 64-bit system, an Intel Core i5 12600K or AMD Ryzen 7 5800X processor, 16 GB of RAM, and an NVIDIA GeForce RTX 3080 graphics card are recommended. And just in case you're not that familiar with technical stuff, let me tell you that these are really pretty tough performance requirements for the PC. This means you should have a pretty good PC for Cities Skylines 2. But for whom is Cities Skylines 2 actually interesting? Well, basically for everyone who is interested in cities, or has ever dreamed of designing a city completely by his own ideas. It doesn't really matter how old you are, or how much experience you have with games of this type, because actually it's relatively intuitive. You build roads, build electricity and water, let people, stores, and industries move in and repeat the whole thing, unlocking more and more buildings and city services along the way. But if you do need help, you're welcome to subscribe to this channel to get helpful tutorials in the future, especially for beginners. And speaking of self-promotion, it would be nice if you give the video a like if you like it so far and want to support the channel. Thank you in advance. And now on with the video. Now we've talked so much about Cities Skylines 2 and we haven't even talked about the actually new features in the game. I have already made a complete video which you can watch here. It is linked in the video description and in the credits, but I will still give you a brief overview. First of all, of course, the new, much larger maps, which finally give us space for real megacities. Also important is the now world's better traffic AI, which is now a lot smarter and more realistic than in the predecessor, making city building and traffic management easier. What I personally also think is pretty cool are the now new possibilities to micromanage the economy more. For example, in the form of subsidizing or extra taxing certain goods and services. Unlike in the first part, buildings will now also be modularly expandable, which will firstly be more realistic and secondly save space. Well, those are the most important changes in my opinion. For more information, you can watch my video. And now that you know everything important, you can decide if Cities Skylines 2 is worth the $50. For me personally, it's clear that it is. I already loved the previous game and couldn't be more hyped. But what about you? Are you hyped for Cities Skylines 2, and do you think it's worth the $50? Feel free to write it in the comments. That's it for me for today. Have a nice day. Thanks for the watching. Bye guys.